All my bitches, hey guys, welcome to a brand new video. Today I will be talking about The 100 Season 2 / reviewing it because I have just finished watching it, and let me just say this season is literally one of my favorite seasons ever because it was the story. I was so into the story. The story of Mount Weather was just so intense. It was so good. It was so well done. There were so many plot twists. Like everything about this season is lit. Is one of the reasons I love this show. There's so much to talk about, so I'm hoping I can kind of cover everything I want to talk about. I just want to talk about the Mount Weather storyline first because just from episode 1 alone, like, you could tell that this season was going to be good. Like, it started off with Clarke trapped in this, like, containment little, like, hospital type room, and then she looks across the and Monty was there, but Monty wasn't there anymore. Anyways, it just straight away you could tell something was wrong, something was off, and Clarke knew it straight away. And I know that Jasper and Monty never kind of believes that it was a safe haven because, you know, all the shit they had to go through with the grounders and everything. It's just like, you know, this is a safe place, like, they've accepted us, like, you know, this is a good thing. But you could tell straight away it was all dodgy. Clarke knew straight away. Like, the president guy was like, he was weird, you know. He was the only decent guy. It was his son and the doctor lady. I forget their names. Oh, Cage. We hate him. The dad was the only kind of good one, common sense, but then he betrayed him at the end. Anyways, I'll get to that. But just that whole story was just, it's just started off amazingly. And Clarke having to escape, because Anya was in there as well, because they were both got captured, and they had to escape, because they were using the blood treatments, the grounders' blood, as, like, because what happened was, that's right, one of the guys got severely radiation burnt or whatever, and when Clarke saw him, she was like, oh my god, this guy's like, what, is he gonna be okay? But then she finds out later on, because she sees him again, he's like all fine, so like obviously they've been, and then she finds out that they've been injecting them with the grounder blood, whatever, to heal them, and like, oh my god, all this shit happened. But like, Clarke, if I ramble and I don't make any sense, I'm sorry, I have a lot of thoughts. I apologize. But Clarke and Anya are actually escaping Mount Weather, and was just so nerve-wracking to watch. It was literally episode 2 or 3 that they tried to escape, and it was like a movie. Like, everything was just happening, and they had to escape into the tunnels, but then like the Reapers were there, and they had to, oh my god, I can't, nah. But then, oh my god, Anya, okay, so the Ark is in the ground now, right? And obviously, the Sky People don't really trust anybody. Look, no one knows. The Grounders still don't trust the Sky People. The Sky People don't trust the Grounders after everything that happened in Season 1. So, like, they're really on their guard. Like, they built up their Camp Jaha, whatever, and, like, they're really cautious, and they're like, you know, any movement that, like, they shouldn't kill, whatever. The one thing that annoys, so they all escaped, Clarke and Anya escaped, and it was so interesting to watch because Anya and Clarke kept betraying each other kind of thing. Like, she wanted Clarke as, like, because she killed her people, like, with the Ring of Fire, but then, like, Clarke took her to, like, and then, oh my god, it was back and forth between them, like, betraying each other. And then at the end, Anya finally kind of trusted Clarke and was like, you know, okay, let's do this. Like, she trusted her to make peace with because Clarke you know, was saying that they need both the Grounders and the Sky People to unite to save both their people because the Grounders were kept in cages, and, you know, the Sky People were trapped in there too. So they needed to unite and do all out war to get their people back. So she brings Anya to Camp Jaha, and then what happens? They fucking shoot Anya. I was so annoyed because it was in the dark, but like, that's no excuse. Like, they shot first and then asked questions later. Like, you should have waited to see who was coming out of the woods before you shot Anya. Like, are you joking? I was so pissed. Like, they literally had just made peace, Anya and Clarke, finally, after like, all these episodes, and then bam, one of those people shoot Anya, she dies, and Clarke's like, what have you just done? Like, are you serious? I can't even, no, I'm actually, oh my god. And then, they've ruined that, but then Finn, okay, let's talk about Finn for a second, because I loved him in Season 1. Season 2, he went psychotic, man. Like, I understand that he was, you know, he needed to find Clarke and he was losing his mind. I understand that, 100%. But the shit he did to, like, try and find Clarke, when she was safe all along, but he didn't know that. He killed that grounder in that, who had her watch. because he told Finn and Bellamy where to find. Oh no, it was Finn and Murphy where to find the Grounder camp or whatever. But then Finn ends up shooting him anyways, and I was like, Finn, really? Like, I understand where your frustration is, but you can't just go and kill someone. You just shot him. It was like the face. Like, season 1 Finn was out the window, and then like at the actual camp when Finn went on the slaughter, he was rummaging through everyone's stuff trying to find Clarke and Raven, and they realized that they had like their suits, but like those grounders were like scavengers. Like they found the suit and their clothes and stuff, and then Finn ended up. I think he accidentally killed the first grounder that tried to escape, but he went nuts. Then he just started shooting, and like he literally slaughtered almost the entire village. And like, oh my god, I felt sorry for the grounders because they didn't deserve any of that because they weren't doing anything. Finn was just out of his mind, and even Murphy. We like Murphy this season. Even Murphy was like, dude, like this is enough. Like, stop. Like, what are you doing? Like. And then as soon as he slaughtered everybody, Clarke came, and he was like, oh shit, like, oh my god, Finn, and oh my god. And that was literally the first half of the season, like, that whole story with Finn, the escaping out of Mount Weather, Anya dying, everything, and then also the introduction of Lexa. Oh my god! Oh my god. Lexa, okay. I miss her so... Lexa was literally one of my favorite characters of all time. Like, I loved her with my whole heart. And this season just proved to me why I loved her so much. Except for the betrayal at the end. We'll get to that. But, like, because Kane got captured, he gave himself up, or something happened, and he ended up getting captured. And then you saw he was in the underground or wherever he was in his prison, and Jaha was there because he was also kidnapped. Because, okay, let's just go back a bit. Jaha actually was on the ark that he came down in like a missile or something on like a little thing, and he came down to Earth and he was like stuck in this desert, and these people tried to help him, but then they actually gave him up to save their own life and blah 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 blah. So then, long story short, the Grounders ended up kidnapping Jaha. Cut to him meeting Kane in the prison that they both are being held. And then, because someone needs to answer to the slaughter of the village of Grounders, that they were innocent, So, and then Jaha and Kane didn't even know, but Lexa, this girl named Lexa is in there to make sure that one of them have to kill each other for, like, revenge, to make it right. One of you has to die, So they put Lexa, and they didn't know she's the commander yet. She just looks like some poor woman, like, doing what they say. Anyways, that whole scene of her not actually revealing who she is was so well done, because when I first watched it, I was like, who's this chick? Like, she seems cool, but like, whatever, didn't really pay much attention to her. Then after, I think Kane told Jaha to kill him, and then Lexa was like, enough. And then you find out that she's actually the commander. Like, that changed everything. Like, just her, like, walking up and, like, putting on her, like, gear. I was like, damn, this bitch is amazing. Love her. And you can tell that Lexa has sympathy, like, she's not all about, like, she's about war and avenging of people, but like, you can tell that she's smart, and she knows how to run things, And to be honest, I completely agree with the fact that someone had to answer for the slaughter of the village. I agree with that, because they can't go unpunished. That couldn't go unpunished. Like, they didn't do anything to get slaughtered. Like, Finn just went nuts looking for Clarke. So, of course, someone had to take the fall for it, and had to be Finn. I'm sorry, I agree, he had to die. Like, people might not agree, but he had to. Like, I know people didn't want him to, but he went crazy, and someone had to answer for it, and that's just how the story had to go. And, you know what, to be honest, I thought that Lexa was pretty damn fair, because she wanted to slaughter the entire ark, the Camp Jaha, like, all of them. She wanted to kill all of them, like, must have blood. She wanted to kill all of them. No, or was it Indra wanted to kill? I love Indra. Indra wanted to kill, they all wanted to kill the Sky People, right? To avenge the deaths of the village. But Lexa was like, no, just Finn. Like, I think after, I can't remember exactly, but was it after her and Clarke had their first meeting? I can't remember. but someone had to answer it, and she was pretty generous. Like, Lexa was literally about to lead the army of grounders into Camp Jaha, but she was pretty good. Like, considering everything that happened, her wanting just Finn was pretty damn good of her. And for Camp Jaha, like Abby and Kane, everyone to be like, no, we can't let them take Finn. Like, she's literally sparing all of your lives when she could literally kill you all. Like, asking for Finn, who was actually responsible, isn't that much of a demand. I'm just saying, okay? I agree with Lexa in that part. And even Clarke knew it. And that whole scene of... And I know that... Okay, so Clarke actually... The episode where Finn dies. The one where... Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it while you're watching this, but anyways. The episode where Clarke actually kills Finn. I think it was episode 8, I think. It was... That was the turning point for the 100. That episode was the turning point because you found out no one's safe. This show will go there. This will actually... Sure, it will hurt your feelings, make you cry. That episode was the turning point that made me feel like, holy crap, this show is that show that will go to these places. And you know what? Finn got off easy. I mean, look, he died, but like, compared to what the Grounders were going to do, like 1,000 deaths or whatever they were going to do to him, like cut his eyes out and like, do all the... their thing. Clarke stabbed him peacefully, and Finn was grateful because Finn knew what he was gonna get, like a lot of pain. So Clarke spared him that, and even though it should have been the Grounders' kill, Lexa was like, "It's been done. He's dead. Let's start this alliance to get our people out of Mount Weather." Like, but that episode, it was, and then like, you kind of feel sorry for Raven because in that episode, or was it the episode before that, one of those episodes that did the flashbacks to like Finn and Raven on the Ark, and I'm like, you made it more emotional, man, because damn you, Jason, that's why. But you know what, it had to be done, like, it had to be done, and it was such a bold move to kill off a main character, especially Finn, but his actions deserved to get those consequences, like, it had to happen. So, that was a really dark moment in the season, which just elevated and then the second half of the season happened, and oh my god, it was literally a wild ride from the beginning. Like, Mount Weather, like, getting their bone marrow, like, I understand that the mountain men wanted to, like, go onto the ground, like, of course they do, but look what they had to do to achieve that. They had to kill these, the sky people, the Ark guys. They had to kill them to get their bone marrow, and, like, they just went nuts, and it just wasn't, it was insane. It was actually insane, and it made me hate, and the president wasn't, I don't know what his name is, but he was so against it. He was like, no, stop this now. But then Cage, his son, turned on him and locked him away. Then he became the president, and he started it back up again because he was like, I need more air, like, I need to live on the ground, blah 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 blah. And I mean, I can see where they're coming from, but just they don't realize that. I know that everyone's, look, all of them, the mountain men, the grounders, the sky people, they're all trying to save their own people. So everyone's going to do things we're not going to like. But the mountain men were doing fucking experiments on them, and even turning Lincoln into a Reaper. Like, they would, and oh my god, all this stuff happened, right? And it just made me so angry because I hated the mountain men. But not all of them were doing it, only like the top guys, like the people in charge. The other people, like the kids and stuff, they were innocent. They had nothing to do with this. But just everything was just, it was crazy, it was emotional, oh my god. Can we just talk about Clarke and Lexa for a second? Because, look, I'll be honest, I'm a huge fan of Lexa, 100%. And you could tell from the very beginning that Lexa kind of had a bit of respect for Clarke. Like, you could tell that there was tension. You could see the tension, the sexual tension between them. Well, between Lexa, Lexa, you could tell, and as the story ran on, you could tell, and like my favorite thing was like, the leaders of two different groups, like, coming together and like all that angsty like stuff, like I was like, yes bitch! And like, I couldn't remember the episode that they kissed. It was episode 14, by the way. She kissed Clarke, and then Clarke kissed her back, and they started kissing, whatever. But it was just, I love their relationship, but not because of them kissing, but I just loved their dynamics, because you have Lexa of the ground people and Clarke of the sky crew, and they had to forge this alliance to get their people back. They had to, after season 1 when they were pitted against each other, the Grounders and Sky people. Season 2 saw them come together for the same cause, to save their people that were all trapped in there. And it was just so good because there was so much tension between, like, Indra didn't trust anybody, then, like, one of the Grounders tried to, like, sabotage the alliance, and, like, it just went back and forth, and it was just, like, Clarke and Lexa were like, no, like, they had to be in this alliance together. And it was so good to see them bond and get close and kind of realize that they both aren't that different from each other. Like, they both are pretty similar people. And they both want to do what's best for their people. So, like, even though they were, enemies, oh my god, Sky people, but, like, deep down, they're the same. So, like, they will do whatever, it takes to save their own people. So, like, that's one of my favorite, like, relationships, like, relationship and friendships on the show, is just seeing them bonding together and, like, working together and getting the Grounders and the Sky people to work together. Then, like, Indra and Octavia, like, Indra made Octavia her second, and, like, I love the relationship between them two. And it was just to see Indra, like, hated Sky people, and suddenly now her development of, like, actually trusting and accepting Octavia, and then Octavia kind of found herself, like, found where she belongs, like, she belongs as Tree Crew, like, 100%. Like, that's her place. And, like, love that storyline, guys. I loved it. And, like, you could just tell there was, like, this tension and stuff. But, like, also Balak had their moments as well. Like, there was a moment when Clarke came back to Camp Jaha. Or, no. Bellamy came back to Camp Jaha, and then him and Clarke finally saw each other after, like, 5 or 6 episodes. And then they, like, embraced in that hug, and I felt something. I was like, holy shit! Oh my god, bless. And then there was that moment in the finale when they both held the trigger to, like, eradicate level 5 of the Mountain Men. They both held... Clarke had her hand on the handle, then Bellamy put his hand on top of hers and was like, let's do this together. And I was like, bitch! Like, okay. I think I may be the only one who may ship Balak and Clexa. Because, like, I would literally die for Clexa, right? But, like, Balak have their moments, and it's really sweet, and it's really cute. And then at the end, when, like, Clarke had to leave the camp, she, like, kissed him on the cheek, and, like, they had, like, really touching goodbye scene, and I'm like, bitch. Like, I can fall for Balak, bitch. What the fuck? I could fall for them. I'll get to that. The whole infiltration of Bellamy getting into the mountain was just so intense. And, like, even, I forgot, Jasper and Maya. Like, I loved Maya. Like, she was so cute. And, like, from the get-go, she was 100% helping him, like, throughout the whole thing. And it was, I really loved Jasper and Maya. I really liked them too. And it just annoyed me, not really annoyed me, but, like, and then, okay, hold on, wait, the missile. The Mountain Man put the missile to... Because all the leaders of the Ice Nation and everything were, like, coming together to, like, talk about how they're going to attack the Mountain Men. But then the Mountain Men chucked the missile. But Clarke knew about the missile because of Bellamy and the walkie-talkie inside the mountain. So her and Lexa escaped. But, like, I get why they didn't tell anybody and why they had to let it happen. Because, as Lexa said... Clarke wanted to stop it, but Lexa was like, well, if we do, they'll know Bellamy's in there, and then they'll find him, and then the whole plan's gone to shit. So I understand why they had to let the missile hit, why Lexa had to let it hit. I understand that. Even though it was really sad that, lots of people had to die, but that's what it is, like, sacrifice one for the many kind of thing. That's what they were trying to do, And... But then Clarke, saved her mum from it and stuff. And then the last few episodes got so intense with, like... it was literally... I literally binged-watched the last 4 episodes in a row. And it was like a giant movie. It was that good. Like... Bellamy trying to... Oh my god. They lost all control. Like, they all just started targeting the Sky people in the mountain. They were just like, we're running out of time. We need to inject everyone and get the bone marrow, blah, blah, blah. And it was just sad to watch, them trying to defend themselves against the Mountain Men who were coming at them. And, like, each person kept getting taken away. And it was just really fucking sad, And then, like, Bellamy got found and he had to stop the acid fog and, like, everything. And then, but the thing that pissed me off there, okay, in the finale, the plan to, like, get inside and, like, invade the amount meant to save the people was so well executed by Clarke and Lexa. Like, they knew what they had to do. They had the Raven and that guy going to switch off the turbines to switch off all the power. They had Indra and Octavia and her people in the Reaper tunnels. Like, it was a whole thing. But then, in the last second, that stupid president, the old president, the dad, told his son how to, like, stop this from happening. He was like, there's one way you can maybe stop your people from dying and, like, stopping this war from happening. Which is to make a deal with fucking Lexa, and then Lexa betrayed Clarke. Oh my god, I was so pissed. I was literally so pissed. Like, they have the door open and then suddenly the grounders are coming out. The captors, they're not, Clarke's like, what the hell's going on? And then you have Lexa and Emerson come out and you're like, wait, what the hell? Clarke's like, what's going on? And then they made a deal to spare the grounders, but to keep the Sky people in there because they are the ones who have the bone marrow. Like, bitch, Lexa, after everything that Clarke did and sacrificed, after you made your feelings very well known to Clarke, after you kissed and you told her that you care for her, like, you go and betray her like this? Like, are you kidding me? It literally broke my heart. It broke my heart for her to do that. And I was like, Lexa, really? I still love her though, but girl, come on. And then Clarke was like, well, what do we do now? Like, we're defeated. But no, they get her, Bellamy, Octavia, Jasper, Maya, all get into the bunker, get into the control room. They kill. Oh my god. So Clarke spoke to Cage on the walkie-talkie, right? Because, like, her mom. So Abby, Kane, all the Jasper, Monty, Harper, like all the 44 people were in the prison thing, getting their bone marrow happening, whatever. And Clarke was like, if you don't give my people back, I'm going to kill your father. And she actually did. Like, Cage is an arsehole. I hate Cage so much with a passion, right? I hate him. And just that episode, oh my god. You could tell that his father obviously meant a lot to him, because, like, he gave his father the bone marrow. But, like, Clarke actually killed him, like, straight up, like, bam, like, he's dead, like. But then, of course, Cage is going to retaliate and put Abby to get the bone marrow instead. And kill her because of revenge, right? But I do believe that the only option was for Clarke to, like, eradicate the entire level, like, to put radiation everywhere and to kill everybody to save her people. Like, in that moment, like, what are you supposed to do? Like, it's a tough call. Like, what are you actually supposed to do? Like, if you don't do something, the Mountain Men are just going to continue getting bone marrow from all your friends. But then on the other hand, there are innocent people in there also. Innocent mountain people who haven't done anything, like kids. Like, they haven't done anything. So, like, and she had to make that decision with Bellamy. They made that decision together. And, like, it was such a powerful moment because, like, what are you supposed to, like, this was literally their last chance. And they weren't going to stop. Like, the Mountain Men weren't going to stop. So, what are you supposed to do in that situation? Like, what would you do in that situation? Let me know in the comments. But holy crap, like, that was a big thing. And then, like, Maya died because of it. And Jasper was, like, so heartbroken because he just said to her, like, I love you, like, before. So, like, then he goes into his, like, depression in Season 3, which I hate because it makes him such an unlikable character. But we'll get to Season 3. So, it's just, I feel like if Lexa didn't betray them, maybe they could have, their plan would have worked and they would have saved everybody without having to kill the Mountain Men. So, I don't, it was just a whirlwind of emotions that season, I swear to God. And then I also forgot to mention Jaha's storyline, fighting the City of Light. It was a bit boring in the beginning, but then in the second half, it picked up and it got really good. And I was like, holy shit, like, I want to know what's going to happen. And at the end, they get to this island, and John finds the little bunker thing, and he finds out that the guy who used to live there says that she has got access to all the missile launch codes or whatever, which means whatever he did caused the destruction of Earth or whatever. And you find that it's actually Ali, that artificial bitch thing that we talk about in Season 3. So, oh, what a cliffhanger though. So overall, I didn't actually hate anybody this season, except for Cage and, like, the mountain people, like, the doctor girl who was, like, doing the things. We hated her, we hated Cage. I didn't hate Murphy, we liked Murphy again. He was really good this season, I actually liked him. Emori was introduced as well. Echo was introduced in the Cage. So I didn't really hate anybody. Like, it was kind of back and forth between everybody. Like, I didn't hate anybody, but, like, I would switch sides because, like, depending on what the characters would do. So overall, this season, 10 out of 10. Like, honestly, I loved every second of it. I didn't hate anything. Okay, maybe 9.5 for Jaha's storyline because it was a bit weak at the start. But as it went on, it was really good. So maybe, like, 9.5. But overall, it was an amazing season. It was epic. It was crazy. It was emotional. Plot twist left, right, and center. They introduced Lexa, one of my favorite characters, and, like, it's, you kind of have a bit more respect for the Grounders as well. Like, they respect each other, but then, you know, but they betrayed anyways. So I hope you guys enjoyed this big rant video because I knew this would be a long video because of how much I had to talk about and how much I loved this season as a whole. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. I can't wait to start season 3, even though I know what happens, and I'm so pissed. But maybe when I rewatch it, I might have some more opinions about it. So yeah, what was your favourite moment of season 2? Let me know in the comments. I loved it. What were your favourite characters? I know it's Lexa. Who are your favourite ships? Just let me know everything you loved about this season. And if you like this review, let me know and I'll do season 3. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for listening and watching me. I hope you guys didn't get bored of my ranting and my ramble. Yeah, ciao for now, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys, love you, bye.